Hi, so I'll be discussing the NASA Space Shuttle Challenger today and just kind of what NASA could have done differently to prevent that, as well as what Roger could have done differently, and as well as what our students today think of being loyal to their company or looking out for the public welfare. So first, I'll kind of describe what happened. So it was a space project where it was supposed to launch in the outer space, and there were 7 crew members on, and 73 seconds after the launch, the shuttle exploded, killing everyone on board. And it kind of says today that the tanks got mixed, which caused the explosion just by the mixture of stuff, and that's just kind of careless for NASA. You would think that they would have something like that lined up, but differently now today, they definitely go through a lot more checks and a lot more regulations and a lot more test trials to make sure something like that never happens, because with NASA, something like that should never happen. When something that big, it should never blow up 73 seconds after launch. It should be something that can get off the ground and get going. And as far as Roger, he knew that there was something kind of wrong with what was going on, but he kind of didn't really want to make it a huge issue because, as it was stated, he was old and the jobs that odds of him finding a new jobs were kind of slim. So he kind of kept his mouth quite a little bit. I mean, he tried to kind of stop and let them know there was a problem, but I think he honestly could have done more, knowing that there was the people on board, their lives were at risk, and knowing that if this did happen, that there was a chance that they could end up dying and it could be tragic, which ended up happening, which it's not his fault by any means, but something he could have done differently was maybe push it a little bit harder and just make it well known that, hey, we shouldn't be doing this because this could happen, and he could have gone to further exchange, I think, to kind of stop that. As far as what our students think towards loyalty to their companies over the public welfare, I think that a lot of people nowadays kind of are looking out for the public welfare more, but there definitely are cases where people look for their company's loyalty, which it's always good to have your loyalty to the company. But I just really believe that the public welfare comes first, where if I was in a company in like Roger's spot, where if I knew something was wrong, I think I would try and make my voice be heard, saying, hey, this is wrong, we can't be doing this, rather than just saying, oh, okay, just go along with it because it'll put money in my pocket, which you do need to support your family, but I think there's just the morals where there's right and wrong, and I think some people kind of lose sight of that, where they just will put stuff aside just to keep getting their paycheck rather than saying what they think is right and what they think should happen because they know that's right. It'll be the right thing to do. So I think nowadays people kind of starting to look more out for their public welfare, but there definitely are people that kind of are being selfish and loyal to their companies just to kind of look aside to make sure they don't get in any trouble. So that's kind of all I got about the NASA Space Shuttle Challenger. This is a big tragedy in NASA, but I think they have learned from it and moved on from it. Thank you.